Up in that pack too is Start of Casitas. Over on the inside, Seeker Fortune. Next is Power Round, followed further back in the pack by Miss Clipper, who's always been wide. Stardust Girl keeps her about 4 deep around Cologne and Mavlaw Miss. 2 lengths away Delonte. A length and a half further back behind those joining in Come Tell with Highfield Lady the Rail. It's Serlin going well at the 600 metre mark, still a length in front, and he hasn't called on her yet. Second placing, but hard ridden on the outside, Papio and Lass Torville on assignment very wide. Lycan Lady on the inside of Rich Glory, then Seeker Fortune, Start of Casitas. Then further back as they swing for home, Miss Clipper. They were followed back in behind those then by Cologne looking for a run. Mavlaw missed the rail. Serlin dashed away though with 2:50 to go. Got a break of 2 or 3 lengths now to Rich Glory. Where are the others? Miss Clipper down the outside is starting to run on pretty well, but Serlin's got a good break. Miss Clipper is trying hard with Rich Glory. It's Serlin in front. It's hanging on gamely. Miss Clipper is claiming it now and driving through Cologne. Miss Clipper. Miss Clipper an inch to Cologne and about a head away third. Serlin a great finish, but there are others there including Rich Glory, Delonte, Seeker Fortune. Close up on assignment, followed out wide by Come Tell, Stardust Girl flying home at the finish. They were followed then by Lycan Lady, then came Torville. Further back, Power Round, followed well back by Start of Casitas, Papio and Lass, and Miss Mavlaw was one of the last. Mavlaw Miss. Highfield Lady has finished near the tail.
Our horse on the fence in the pink colours, Serlin, she's gone to the front just after they've jumped away. That's her in the bandages with John Stocker. Miss Clipper's out wide out of the pack in the yellow cap, and Cologne is the one that'll get a split. I'm just hoping like all heck that she might have hung on, Serlin. Miss Clipper's out in the centre. She's finishing quickly, and Cologne is driving to them. We're coming towards the line here. I don't know. I really don't know. It might be Miss Clipper on the outside and a blanket finish. Cologne and Serlin, I think we might have just been beaten. They're racing at Yarra Glen.
Joel, Coram and also Wind Power began quite well. Lucky Nugget second last and 3/4 away Narawi. St Giles in front early, no pace on their dawdling. After travelling 250 metres from Wind Power the outside. Third placing in the box seat, High Drifter. Wind Power second is reefing and tearing. He wants to go much faster, followed by Coram racing fourth. In behind them came Lucky Nugget and 2.5 away Narawi. Out of the straight at the 1550, St Giles still in control by over 2 lengths to on the outside Wind Power. Ahead back on the inside is High Drifter, a length and a half away Coram racing fourth. Then Lucky Nugget and a length and a half away Narawi. At the 1350, St Joel in front. He's been left alone early by a length and a half to on the outside Wind Power. A neck back on the rail in the box seat, High Drifter, followed by Coram 3/4 away. In behind them came Lucky Nugget, a length and a half away Narawi. At the 1150, St Joel still in control. He quickens up a shade by a length and a half to Wind Power, the outside of High Drifter. A length and 3/4 away Coram. He's racing fourth and he's head right down between his legs. Back in behind them Lucky Nugget and a length and a half away Narawi. 850 metres to go. It's still St Joel in control by a length and a half to Wind Power. A half on the inside is High Drifter, followed by Coram fourth. And that quartet have broken away by 3 lengths to Narawi going forward on the outside of Lucky Nugget. They quicken up before the turn. 650 metres to go. Wind Power the outside works up with a half of St Joel. A length and a half away High Drifter. Coram now called upon the outside, followed by Narawi and Lucky Nugget. They're packing up, approaching the turn though, 450 metres out. St Joel being joined by Wind Power the outside. A length and a half away Coram on the outside, now making ground, followed by High Drifter. Then Lucky Nugget and 2 lengths away Narawi. A line of 3 on the turn, 250 metres out. Coram the widest runner now took over narrowly from High Drifter. In behind them came Wind Power, followed by St Joel, Lucky Nugget and Narawi. At the 150 though, Coram in front. A half to High Drifter coming again, followed by Lucky Nugget late on the outside. A pretty ride by young C. Dean and Coram. 2 good wins by a length to High Drifter. A half away third was Lucky Nugget. Then St Joel, followed by Wind Power, and last in was Narawi.
Well, there's Coram. Coram gets up to win at Yarra Glen in race number 4. Coram is the winner over High Drifter and Lucky Nugget. The numbers will be 1, 2, 3. That's Coram in the white sleeves, yellow cap. Little Colin Dean. He's ridden the horse a treat in the run too. Hands and heels, goes up to High Drifter in the blue cap with the tan jacket. And it's Coram on terms with, on the inside, High Drifter, and Lucky Nugget in the washy green with the white cap coming down the outside. But the numbers are 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, and incidentally we got beaten in Adelaide. We've run third, and the winner in Adelaide is Miss Clipper over Cologne and Serlin. But I tell you what, it was a great run today, Serlin. 6, 4 and 9 the placings in the Aurora Stakes, the lead-up race over there in South Australia. Beaten but not disappointed, I can tell you. Keith was talking to Harry White, was telling us all about the mighty performance there of Campaign King, and Campaign King
He's in behind them. Making ground through the centre, Tide Time. Magic Shower over on the inside of Tide Time, heading out of the straight. A length away, Ken's Fortune, and 2 off Never Over Jogger. And Lady of Ross the Grey settles down at the rear. At the crossing at the 2000, heading out of the straight, and Double Fashion sets up the speed. It's out by 3 lengths on My Day. 2 lengths away, Like a Lunch and a Half. Noble Sun the outside, a length and 3/4 back. Magic Shower on the inside of Proud Sam. Couple off next is Tide Time. Ken's Fortune on the outside of Tide Time, a half length back, and a length on the inside, Never Over Jogger. And Lady of Ross is still the tail ender. All Double Fashions ensuring a good solid pace as they go to the 1600. And ridden along is out the best part of 12 or 14 lengths in front of My Day. 2 lengths away, Noble Sun covering up Like a Lunch the inside. 2.5 off to the favourite Magic Shower, and a couple Tide Time. It's pulling its way up underneath Proud Sam. A length and 3/4 away is Ken's Fortune. 2 lengths off next is Never Over, 3/4 Jogger, and Lady Ross is at the rear. Inside the 1400, and Double Fashion's well inside it because he's still 15 lengths in front of My Day. And racing to the 12 now, it's Double Fashion, 15 My Day, and 2 lengths away the inside is Like a Lunch. On its outside is Noble Sun, a couple off to Magic Shower, taking closer order, a length Tide Time and Proud Sam the outside. Ken's Fortune behind Proud Sam, a half Never Over the rails, 2 off to Jogger, and Lady Ross tails them. Still Double Fashion down the side of the track as a long leader. It's Double Fashion by the best part of 10 or 12 lengths now. On My Day sitting out after it as they go over the crossing at the 800. Magic Shower's off on them, 3 wide. It's making ground in a hurry, going after the leader. Like a Lunch on the fence from Noble Sun, endeavouring to go now with Magic Shower was Ken's Fortune. It's coming into the picture. Never Over has dropped off. They were followed by Jogger, which is rounding them up from Noble Sun, Proud Sam, and Lady of Ross. Goodness me, the race changes complexion on the bend now as Double Fashion, the front runner, pressuring it as Magic Shower. Ken's Fortune's gone up in a hurry. 3 out, 4 out as Tide Time. 5 deep as Jogger. Back on the fence as My Day, and they were followed by Never Over, looking for a run. Over the rise, Magic Shower the leader. Ken's Fortune the outside, the immediate threat. Never Over's getting a split from Tide Time and Jogger. Sitting down, fighted out now as Magic Shower. Ken's Fortune, Never Over is coming at them. In front, Magic Shower. Ken's Fortune getting to it. Magic Shower, Cook again at his best. He's a neck in front. Ken's Fortune grabbing him. The post will beat him. And Magic Shower wins the money. Magic Shower by a long head on the line to Ken's Fortune. Third, Like a Lunch may have got it just on the inside of Never Over, which died over the last 40 metres. Tide Time was next from My Day, Double Fashion, Lady of Ross, Jogger, and last in Proud Sam.
Yes, Peter Cook at his brilliant best here, quickly racing up there in those blue sleeves and the red cap. And again, it's the old style of the hands and heels, and the horse producing as much under the hands and heels riding. And it's just a tray of his father, Billy Cook, who was a wonderful rider. And Peter Cook sitting down here and riding this mare hands and heels to the wire. On the outside, Ken's Fortune in the yellow with the striped sleeves. Many times up the straight because they might bridge the gap on Magic Shower, but Cook's sitting down and getting the best out of this horse. And possibly Like a Lunch will get over on the inside and get into third placing, but it's Magic Shower producing its very best. On the outside, Ken's Fortune just couldn't get there, and third placing pretty tight here. It might go to Like a Lunch over on the fence, but now Cook's pulled the whip near the wire in desperation, and it's got there by about a long head to a half neck. And third's pretty tight. You can see a horse on the outside and a horse on the fence, so I wouldn't like to declare which one has run third there, but it's 6-1 and a photo. Okay, that's a photo call for third placing on the fifth. Before Cologne, $1.40. Good on you, Serling. You've improved today. Number 9, $1.05, and she's been beaten a short half head and a half neck. But anyway, we're in the Oaks. $15.95 for the Quinella. Trifecta, $921.35. Correct weight, 6, 4 and 9. On the Aurora Stakes, the Group 3 race in South Australia. Coram has taken out race 4 at Yarra Glen, number 1, 145 and 85. 2 High Drifter, 70. 3 Lucky Nugget, no third tote. 125 Quinella, 570 the Trifecta. 1, 2, 3 the placings up there at the Glen. Now in Sydney, we'll check the extra double result for a pair of 8s. Kibria and Plain Cover, 8 and 8. The Sydney extra double, 24.45. 24.45, 8 and 8, the extra double in Sydney. And approximates we've got coming up now for this next event, as runners will be coming out shortly. In fact, they're on the track now. Lafran number 1, 280 and 90. Snowblock 380 and 110. Insatiate 250 and 95. Just a Fox number 4, $1.85 and 85. 5 Sir Quest 260 and $1. 6 My Edward 540 and 120. 7 Wagale 955, $2. 8 Enunciate, $6.85 and $1.60. A field of 8 each way betting there. And the pool about just over the $80,500 on the win, and creeping up to about the $39,800 for the place. I've got to tell you that I've never been so excited. The fact that their filly has run third there in Adelaide to qualify for the Australasian Oaks, which is worth $165,000, which is quite staggering to me, I can tell you. Anyway, the runners are making their way to the starting gates for the next event. I think Keith and Roy are going to have a look at this as they go to the barrier.
For the relief of pain.
Racing this time, away they go. My Edward on the inside jumped away with them. Lafran will drop out. Insatiate began fast with Wagal. Sir Quest around the outside of Enunciate. Just a Fox is pulling a little fiercely out wide, and Snowblock is dropping back towards the rear of the field. They're taking their time to sort themselves out here. My Edward, Wagal and Sir Quest on the outside makes a line of 3. I think Willits will have to let him go, Sir Quest. Yes, he's going to stride around the outside and take up the lead from My Edward going down the back of the 1150. And it's Sir Quest, the leader down the back, moved a length in front of My Edward. 2 further back, Wagal on the outside of Insatiate. 2 to Enunciate. Over on the inside, 3/4 away there is Lafran, 3/4 Snowblock, and 2 lengths last of all, Just a Fox. At the turn at the 900-metre mark, Sir Quest has dropped the bit now and settles in front, a length and a quarter in front of My Edward. 2 further back, Wagal outside Insatiate, 2 lengths Enunciate, a length further back, Lafran. Snowblock pulled to the outside and a couple of lengths to Just a Fox. He's not going too well. He's last of all at the 650. We're at Sir Quest against the fence, about a neck in front of My Edward. A length and a half, Wagal from Insatiate, Enunciate, and further back in the field then Snowblock. Lafran hard-ridden second last, and so too is Just a Fox, pulled to the outside. They pack up 500 to go now. Sir Quest about a head in front. My Edward tackles him. Wagal further out in the track, and here's Enunciate putting in a long run. Snowblock running up behind them, waiting for a run, then Just a Fox, and Lafran dropped out. Line of 4 on the turn. They race Wagal, Enunciate further out with My Edward, Sir Quest. Insatiate to the rail, and Just a Fox to the outside. Snowblock can't get out. Enunciate, Wagal, Sir Quest, and on the outside, Just a Fox. Snowblock gets a run. Insatiate on the fence, a great go. Insatiate drives through, and Insatiate gets up to win. 3/4 Snowblock. Ahead third on the outside, Just a Fox. And here 5 could have won 100 from home. Then My Edward, followed by Sir Quest. Lafran the outside with Wagal and Enunciate. Ooh, what a busy finish that was. It's a race number 7 on the program as they wheel for home. Sir Quest, who was drifting away from the rail, was tackled by Wagal, and Insatiate Din went for the run on the fence and got up there. Enunciate joined them with Wagal. Any of about 6 could have won about 100 from home, but it was Insatiate who drove up on the rail to get the shortcut home, and goes home to win from Snowblock, who had trouble getting a run, got out and was flashed to the winner to fail about a neck in the run to the post. And Just a Fox, who wasn't going too well mid-race, will get into 3rd placing. Number 3 is the winner, Insatiate, ridden by Craig Din. Brilliant ride. Judge calling for the photo for the minor placings. Snowblock will get 2nd, number 2. And Just a Fox, number 4, which didn't travel well until it got on the bit, about 600 from home, and then finished pretty quickly out wide, will get up and get 3rd. 3, 2 and 4 will be the numbers. It's 3 in a photo here at Moonee Valley. Insatiate, Din waiting for Sir Quest to hang, which did happen on the home turn, and Craig Din seized the opportunity, drove up on the rail, took that run through. There was plenty of room to go through. Number 2 after the photo for 2nd has got 2nd Snowblock, and number 4 is 3rd, Just a Fox. 3, 2 and 4. 3, 2, 4 the placings on the Endeavour Handicap Race 7. And the shortcut definitely worked there for Craig Din. We'll have a look at the replay action of that again in a little while, but Insatiate probably wasn't going well enough to hook around them at the point coming to the home turn with about 350 metres to go. And here it is now. You'll see Craig Din in this pink jacket with the yellow diamonds, black sleeves, and he's right behind the leader, Sir Quest, and the Jeff Murphy colours. It's the leader, and Craig Din waits for that run behind them. Enunciate's going to go up and make a line of 4 in that red cap, and Din waits for the run. Snowblock and the white cap's on the outside of him, and he eases back, waits for Sir Quest to hang out on the home turn. Wasn't much room there as yet, but he's still marking time right behind the horse in the black and white striped sleeves. Now the run's there as Sir Quest drifts out, and Din drives this horse Insatiate straight to the fence. Fine rider. Hands and heels, opens up now, and Insatiate gets through to get a neck in front. But look at the challenges on the outside here. Snowblock and that white cap. Furthest out is Just a Fox in the blue cap. But the agency of that rails run has got Insatiate home. On the post, about a neck, over Snowblock, and a head 3rd. On the outside is Just a Fox. A race that has changed complexion rapidly from the home turn on. $68.15 for the trifecta. For 3 Insatiate, 2 Snow Block, and number 4. 5 Token Gesture. A brilliant horse over there in South Australia, 80 and 55 for the place. Macklin number 3, 230 and 155. 4 and 5 out, 6 correct entries, 690 and 150. Number 7 Even Score, 790 and 175. Grand Man number 8 on the totalisator, 3170 and 725. And number 9 is Rhodesia Princess, showing on the tote 2110 and 675. 4 and 5 the scratchings there. And a field of 7 to run, the 1-2 tote will pay there with a favourite Token Gesture prepared by Ted Cameron on the track, ahead of Beach Gown over there at Morpheville in Adelaide. 6 Magic Shower, 165 and 80. 1 Ken's Fortune, 105, and 7 Never Over, $1.10. 480 Quinella, trifecta 36.95, 617, and correct weight on the 5th in Sydney. Starters on the platform now. We go to Adelaide. Here's Ron Paps.
Oh, this grey's gone silly. Correct entry. Moving in well. 2 out. Token Gesture comes up. Make a Lynn. Rhodesia Princess.
Okay. Now they're moving in there. The favourite Token Gesture in the pink with the black braces and cap, number 2. He's the favourite, drawn out in stall number 3 in the race. Beach Gown and the red, white checks and the red cap, number 1. For the favourite Token Gesture, they're all set to Adelaide.
They're all set. Oh, there's one rearing Macklin. She's tried to get up, then down. She tried to burrow under the gate and she's gone down on a hind. She's cast herself. Now she's got back up. She was down on a hind, but she's up and she's very piggy. If you recall here at the last start, she had to be a late scratching. She broke away from them. Now they've got her under control. The light's gone off. Starter Mr. Lloyd Cromwell giving them all a chance to settle around her. They're racing this time. She jumped with them. Slow to begin was a correct entry. Best away, Rhodesia Princess, the roughie. From Token Gesture, going to get the run of the race. Makelin drives through inside of Grand Man, Even Score. They were followed by Beach Gown, and a couple of lengths away then is the newcomer Correct Entry. Down the side of the course they go, and Rhodesia Princess, the bolder, leads them easily. A couple of lengths, Token Gesture, followed then about 2 lengths away by Grand Man. 2.5, Makelin ridden up. Even Score next, followed further back in the field by Beach Gown, and 3 or 4 away last of all is Correct Entry. On the turn, Token Gesture raced up on the outside of Rhodesia Princess and strode past it. 3 lengths away, Grand Man, hard-ridden Macklin. She's gone sour for mine. Even Score the outside, Beach Gown, and forget Correct Entry, but Token Gesture said go and shot away. 4 to Rhodesia Princess. They haven't caught her in second placing yet. Grand Man runs to third, further back Macklin, Even Score, and now Beach Gown to the outside, but Token Gesture, a wing on every hoof, is going to bolt this in. Here's Beach Gown flying home when it's all over, but Rhodesia Princess is still going to run second, I think, and Token Gesture, hands and heels, a smart sprinter in the making, wins it well. Ease down on the line, 1 by 4, it could have been 6 or 7. Rhodesia Princess second, Beach Gown third, Grand Man, Makelin, Even Score, and a long last Correct Entry didn't fire.
Well, a pretty handy horse, this fellow. Ted Cameron trained. A. Pegas, the winning rider, looks over his shoulder on this 3-year-old as they turn Token Gesture. He's had 11 starts now for 4 wins, and look at him put a gap on Rhodesia Princess in the yellow, purple diamond sleeves and cap. And this is Beach Gown furthest out left of screen there, starting to run on. But she can't even get past Rhodesia Princess, so she's still lacking a lot of form, isn't she? Token Gesture canted in the run, and it's bolted in the run at the post, 85 and 65. Very nifty type of galloper, and he's bolted in to win for Rhodesia Princess, and Beach Gown in third placing, 2, 9 and 1. 2, 9, 1 there in Adelaide on the 5th of Amp. Now we've got some Yarra Glen tote dividends coming up as they move into the stalls up there at the Glen. Phelan number 1, 290, 120. Dance to Fame, 255 $1. We'll go down to 5 Planet Seal, 320 and 125. Down to number 9, Our Puny, 390 and 150. Others in the market, let's turn the page here, and we've got number 12, Maker Market, 385 and $1.10. They're the best chances in the race for Yarra Glen as the candidates are moving into line. The race has started at the top of the straight, 1950 metres up there. Good run down the home straight before they turn of about 350 to 400 metres before, in actual fact, they make that turn and go out of the straight at the 1500 metre starting point. Only a couple to come in up there at Yarra Glen for race 5, the Calais Progressive, right on starting time, as we join our commentator there at the Glen, Brian Markovic.
Okay, BB, moving on well here. The favourite is Phelan from Dance to Fame, and good support for Planet Seal. Only 2 to come in, and they are Send in the Clown and Crown General. Phelan goes in. Now the last 2 coming in, Send in the Clown and also Crown General. Send in the Clown goes in, Crown General. The last one to link up, he's drawn the extreme outside in 14. Race starting at the top of the straight. The Calais Progressive Handicap over the 1950 metres, extra double first leg, quadrilla second leg. And they're all set for a start. Starter on his platform. There's General Major rearing. Oh, he wasn't ready, General Major. They're set and they're off, and it's a false start. It's a false start. General Major wasn't ready. The attendant had hold of Make a Mark, and it's a false start. You can hear the siren sounding away in the background. It's a false start. And unfortunately, these riders have to pull their horses up. It's a false start. A false start. The rider of Arrow's Tip and also Phelan now realising it is a false start. And as you can see them turning out of the straight, they're going 6s and 7s. Ruling Hun and also Shomar were the first 2 to pull their charges up. General Major wasn't ready, and the attendant had hold of Make a Mark. Well, there's a sensation. That actually is the second time I think it's happened here at Yarra Glen. Brian Martin may have some more for us at Moonee Valley, but I do believe when Brian was here at the last meeting and it was televised on Channel 7, we did have a false start here.
Yes, I think it was this meeting last year, actually. The race was over the 1950 metres, Brian, and it was actually this race start. Might have even been the same race. I'm just not too certain. Let's have a look again for Channel 7 viewers for stall number 5. The 5th horse out. They're not using stall 1 here, so we'll go out to stall 6, which is covered up by sponsor sign above. But you see General Major Red there, the rider in the yellow and red, quickly gets off the horse to the upright, and there they are, still in the gates. And the one on the outside of it, 2 in stall number 6. It doesn't appear to have come away from the stall either, Make a Mark. I'm just not too sure about that one, but General Major, the rider, clearly out of the saddle. Clearly out of the saddle there, so quickly the starter has signalled a false start. A few of these runners, where they're pulling up there and cantering back is about the 1300 metre mark, so they've gone from the 1950 to around the 1300. So obviously they will be vetted. Most of them have taken about 400 to 500 metres to be pulled up. They'll be vetted for sure here, and it'll be a delay up there at Yarra Glen. So we'll take a break. You're watching Racing Live from around Australia and, of course, the provincial meeting at Yarra Glen through 7.
Spotlight is...
This is the late Billy Cook, who of course passed away within the last 12 months, one of the champion riders of many years ago in Sydney, and his son Petey, you've seen him in action today on 7 with a fine winning double. So let's see if Pete Cook's got a ride in the race. I don't think he has, no. No Scolding number 1 on 175 and 80. Bow Kingdom 295, 115. Lady Be Mine 435, 110. 4 Best Bow 270 and 75. 5 Canada 250 and 90. The Challenge number 6 at 1045, 220. 7 Lounge Lizard $321. T Kuaka number 8 at 34.20 and 580, and Mount Tambu 41.55 and 570. That's the readout. A field of 9 running, and they're about to move in Sydney. And incidentally, they're being inspected again, those runners, with that false start happening at Yarra Glen. Runners being inspected again, and we'll have the daily double approximates and other information, quadrillas, shortly here from Moonee Valley. But there's only about 1 or 2 out of line up there in Sydney. $1.90, now $1.85. No Scolding number 1. Number 4 Best Bow on 245, 240 for number 5 Canada. No Scolding is racing in the orange, white sash, black sleeves. Is drawn barrier 7. 4 Best Bow from barrier 8 in the dark blue, white quarters, yellow sleeves and cap. And Canada in the dark blue, yellow spots, armbands and cap from stall number 5. Last couple coming into line. Tote favourite is number 1 No Scolding. 9 to run. The Billy Cook Welter over 1200 metres.
Daughter of Toll Spring and the Harker Street along, and the starter moves around to his ladder. He's about to climb same and send them on the way for race number 6. I don't know what the delay is. for him not going up the ladder, I can't see at the moment where there's any reason why he shouldn't be, actually. Ah, now he does. Must have been listening. All ready. 1200 the fly, and they're set. Ready, off and racing this time, and a fairly level start. The challenge began well. Lady Be Mine nicely served with Best Bow, and TQ Arca moving up on the inside with Lounge Lizard. Mount Tambu was prominent on settling down, Canada being restrained. Best Bow now dropping back, and Bow Kingdom dropped to a 2 lengths last. The challenge, the outside, and Canada vie for the lead now as they go to the crossing at the 800. There's one camped on the outside of that pair. 2 lengths away now is Lady Be Mine from TQ Arca. Mount Tambu followed the inside of those by Canada. A couple of lengths off to Best Bow, and Bow Kingdom's at the rear. No Scolding was the 1-3 wide up, challenging for the lead with the challenge in the centre, and Lounge Lizard the rails. 2 lengths on Lady Be Mine. She's got the shot at them. 2 away TQ Arca. Canada the inside from Mount Tambu, and the 2 Bows, Best Bow and Bow Kingdom, will trail them into the bend. No Scolding the outside, grabbed the front with 400 to run as the challenge dropped off. Lounge Lizard sticking on the inside. Lady Be Mine's out, and here comes Best Bow under the whip, and wider still as Bow Kingdom winding up. No Scolding and Lounge Lizard together. Best Bow and Bow's Kingdom are coming at them. No Scolding, Lounge Lizard, Best Bow, and wider as Bow's Kingdom. 4 of them fighting it out. Lounge Lizard and No Scolding are just in front of Bow's Kingdom. There's 3 of them going to the line. Lounge Lizard and Bow Kingdom. Bow Kingdom, I'll give it to him a nose. Bow Kingdom a nose on the outside. 2 Lounge Lizard, there's absolutely nothing in it. Splitting them the centre, No Scolding a head away, and head off next as Bow's King, Best Bow. Mount Tambu and Lady Be Mine. TQ Arca the challenge, and Canada on the inside. Hold your briefs.
Let's have a look at the finish here. This is a great run by Bow Kingdom. He might get up and get this photo. A Lounge Lizard over on the inside. We'll have a look at the replay shortly, but they're set to go. They've been checked up there at Yarra Glen. Here's Brian Markovic.
Best line they've had for some time. Light on. Stand by, they're set and they're racing. Elliston, Shomar, General Major, Crown General, all missed it by about 1.5 lengths. Dance to Fame began okay with Planet Seal. Arrows Tip is going up towards the lead with Our Puny, Legal Term, Phelan. And Send in the Clown is working across from the outside, a line of 3 early. Legal Term, Arrows Tip, and also Phelan. In behind them came Send in the Clown, followed by Our Puny. 1.5 lengths away, a Crew out of the straight, racing wide, followed by Planet Seal. In behind them came Dance to Fame, followed by General Major. Crown General racing wide from Ruling Hun Elliston. Back in behind them, Make a Mark, and second last is Shomar. At the 1400, Legal Term in front, now steadied by 3/4 to on the outside, Arrows Tip. Phelan racing wide. Mick Gauchi nearly came off the saddle there on Our Puny. He was in plenty of bother, did a good job to stay on board. He lost about 6 lengths. He dropped out to about 5th last as a Crew now takes over along the back of the 1000. A Crew in front by a length to Legal Term, and going forward, Arrows Tip on the outside. Phelan now gets to 4th. 2 lengths away, Send in the Clown. In behind them came Planet Seal. Back in behind them, Crown General, followed by General Major. Our Puny back on the rail. Make a Mark in the all-white going forward, followed by Dance to Fame. Elliston third last from Ruling Hun, and 1.5 lengths away, Shomar. At the 750, and again Legal Term went to the lead. A Crew second under pressure, and going forward now, Arrows Tip on the outside, and Planet Seal 4 wide, making ground to second. In behind them, Phelan racing third. Make a Mark on the outside, going forward to 4th. Back in behind them, Send in the Clown. A Crew looked beaten, followed by Elliston making some ground. Crown General, General Major well back. Shomar going forward. Dance to Fame not doing enough from Ruling Hun, and tailed off as Our Puny. Around the turn, no, 300 metres to go. Legal Term just in front, but Planet Seal has gone up easily on the outside, and now race to the lead at the top of the